This is the Fifth Estate winning headlines, your media police post. In this segment, we summarize some of the headlines that you might have missed this morning. But we also take a look at the political pieces that we call cartoons in this country. Today is the 26th of February 2019, and I am Tuje.
I am Tuem.
And I am Miss K, your moderator. Again, in case you missed it, this is the winning headlines. Let's take a look at today's headlines. The Star. Fake Uhuru cons Merali of 80 million shillings. You paid 21 billion for empty thicket. 107 companies listed in cabinet kickback probe. And finally, my gov, Konza roars back to life as investors trickle in. I think we'll start with my gov today.
Yes,
Positive story, Konza roars back to life as investors trickle in.
Our Tuesday special. Yeah.
You know, the Korean government just put about an investment of 9 billion shillings into Konza. Yes. I mean, this is the home of LG, home of, I think, Hyundai. If these guys are seeing 9 billion shillings there, and it's a government.
Yes, they're seeing something we're not seeing.
There's something.
They're seeing that we're not seeing.
There's something they're seeing we're not seeing. But I think we should also be very careful giving that kind of stake to a foreign government, especially in a techno city.
But I think one angle they also pursue in the article is that with this money trickling in from it's South Korea, right?
Yes.
From South Korea, is that it's going to open the doors for other investments, that they're inserting confidence in the market, which will encourage more to spend.
Absolutely. And you know what I said last week? The biggest or the main ingredient of free markets is confidence.
Yes.
If 9 billion bob has gone to Konza,
we're trading confidence.
Someone next week will do 20 or
we
25.
can only hope, Of course, I think I speak for all of us. We do love the positivity that we see.
And I think that's why we're doing it first. The positivity that's in this headline should not be forgotten and should not be a project that had stalled is back to life.
It's fantastic.
Let's celebrate that.
Oh yes.
All right.
So Parking Bay.
Parking Bay.
We don't toss.
We don't toss, my girl. Parking Bay.
All right.
Daily Nation Star Standard. Fake Uhuru. You paid 21 billion for an empty ticket with a picture there showing lovely farms and 107 companies listed.
I know there's something you're trying to say and you don't like it. Say it.
I'm not saying it yet. Please do not prejudge my opinion. First, state yours, then I'll agree.
Let me tell
violently disagree.
I've told you, I've had a problem with this corruption narrative.
And it's consistent across all three.
It's going to boomerang on the state. You cannot have DCI letterheads appearing on the front headline.
I know, true. This is dirty laundry that we have no business in.
Don't expose yourself. If a bank manager will not expose himself, why should the state expose themselves?
How is the state? Okay, this is the Standard, this is the Daily Nation, this is the Star. Isn't that the job of the Fourth Estate? To reveal. Let us unveil the ignorance of the public. Let us show them what they do not know or how they're being bullied.
Is this revealing? I feel like it's too...
They're just telling you what happened.
Exactly. They're telling us this before we know what the conclusions are.
And ketchup and mayonnaise. And let me tell you.
You clearly don't cook, huh?
Let me tell you. You're seeing numbers here, 80 million. You're seeing 21 billion shillings here. You're seeing 107. It's like this editors met yesterday, and he said the best way to have an effect on the public is to put numerals. Right?
Okay, before you continue, let me bring back the public. We have a three-pronged criteria that we use to break down the headlines for you. We ask ourselves three questions. We ask ourselves, are the headlines topical or are they speculative? Are they repetitive or are they groundbreaking? And finally, we ask ourselves, are they thoughtful or are they just plain intellectually lazy? Now, before you continue, I would like to table my argument. And I think we agree on this, but I don't know if you agree with my point. I feel that these are negative headlines. They're repetitive. They're not groundbreaking. Well, you found the fake Uhuru con funny.
I love it.
It was funny.
I mean, it is quite amusing. Yeah, I would agree.
And
imagine someone mimicking the president.
Imagine yourself believing
for weeks and months. Try mimicking him. I can't. And someone does it and
Besides the point. But here's the thing I have a problem if you veil yourself as impartial, yet it's clear to me And if I use the definition of, okay, fine, there's two criteria for partiality. And I'm going to just outline them. There's basic impartiality, and we all do basic impartiality. You make sure that your paper does not subscribe to any of the isms. There's no racism, there's no sexism, there's no tribalism.
Right.
So that is basic impartiality.
Yes.
But I also have a higher standard, and maybe this is my problem for being fundamentalist in my look and my scan of the media. You should have strict impartiality. And strict impartiality, I borrow a definition.
Yeah.
And that is being in a place where me, as an informed and fair-minded reader, is not able to tell the leaning or the opinion of the commentator, or be able to discern a partisan view.
Yes.
Now, if I'm able to do any of those things, then you don't have strict impartiality.
And I think strict impartiality is a really high
No,
expectation for our newspapers
but
in this
here's
country.
the thing, not everyone is meant to have strict impartiality.
Yes.
Newspapers are known to be partisan.
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong with being partisan.
There has to be a narrative.
But if you're partisan, let your line or your ideological leaning be known. Let me know when I pick up your newspaper, you are pro-government, and you will argue out your position from a pro-government perspective. Then and there's an important social role that partisan papers play. I mean, the Telegraph. It is partisan.
It's very true, but again, I'll still stick to what I've said.
Do not have a veil of impartiality underneath a partisan leaning. And I'm sorry to say this, but the media is not your position. They should stop fighting government.
You should have just agreed when I said you did not agree. So
Okay, no. Okay, fine then. But I feel like there is no winning headline. This is my opinion. But yesterday you had one, and I'm glad
Yes, we
there
did.
was one.
The Standard had a double winning headline and cartoon.
So what do you say today?
I'm inclined to choose the Star just because of the ridiculousness of the story.
Okay, well, it is a funny story. I do agree.
It's so funny, but
they dressed up. They got cars.
But I believe funniness or hilarity is not one of our criteria.
No, it is not.
But let me tell you, I don't want to condone theft or conning.
However,
but this is brilliant. You mimic the president's voice and get 80 million bob for that.
But then you get caught.
What?
You get caught.
But they have not been tried yet.
Are these not the men who are sat in court?
It's a mention.
Okay, so guys, what do we say? Speculative, repetitive, thoughtful, lazy, groundbreaking.
Yeah, I'm tired of this corruption story, especially when I don't feel that the papers are doing it any due justice. We're just, as you're saying too, I'm just getting numbers thrown at us with no conclusions, no foresight, no predictions. It's just a bunch of speculation.
Absolutely.
So speculative.
So what have we agreed? Do we throw and we keep?
You toss one, you toss them all.
The dictator has spoken.
The moderator is a dictator.
Massive toss. Okay.
Yeah.
On to our next segment, the political opinions that we call cartoons in this country. Let's take a look at them, and just like the headlines, we have a 3-part criteria that we use to analyze the cartoons for you. We ask ourselves, are they humorous, are they dry, are they sarcastic, or are they pessimistic? Satirical, sorry. Are they satirical or are they pessimistic? If you're pessimistic, then you're sarcastic. And finally, is it effective or is it just plain lazy? First one, Daily Nation. Sebo will run for presidency in 2021.
So explain to our viewers who Sebo is.
Sebo.
Yeah.
It's Luganda.
Yeah.
And it's a term of respect for a person of authority, or in this case, the person of highest authority in Uganda.
Yes.
With a party in his pocket.
Do we know who drew this?
So it's called Munene. It's a caricature of a man in the appearance of Kaguta Yoweri Museveni, he's president of Uganda. And I think NRM, his party, I don't know.
It's actually 6 days ago. I feel like this is an old cartoon. It's been run over by events.
Yeah.
The party endorsed him as their candidate for the 2021 election.
What a surprise.
I don't say. Imagine. And this comes after the Constitutional Court removed term limits. And after a bill was passed removing age limits.
Oh, okay.
Complete shock,
isn't it? Shock, all right.
Wow.
Yeah.
What do we say?
I don't know. I don't like
I think this is lazy.
Satirical?
Yeah, it's telling us something about Uganda that we all know.
And it doesn't look too much like Museveni. Does Museveni's
Yeah,
head look
actually.
like
Does he
that?
have bumps like that?
Hi, this guy.
I don't know. Well, what do we say? Dry?
Oh
Dry.
yes, definitely dry. I would say lazy as well. 2M has already moved on, so.
Okay, putting it on the parking bay as we look at.
No, I would say we toss it.
Oh,
Yeah.
There's a
that
toss,
goes the bin.
most definitely.
it's also old news.
It's also
6
old
days
news,
old.
yes, definitely.
Now, this
Is the star.
star thing is what I agree with. Right? Maybe you should just see it before I say what I have to say.
So there's
Alright.
a caricature of who looks like our president in a house that is on fire
From the inside.
from the inside.
Yes.
Corruption in cabinet.
Yes.
He's poking out of the roof
Yeah.
with a bucket
Yes.
Water.
and water and just
Extinguishing.
extinguishing a fire on the outside.
Yeah.
This fire is called corruption elsewhere.
Yes.
While corruption in cabinet is bringing down the house.
Yes. And here is my point. And I will not tire saying it. The moment the state exposes itself with corruption scandals, this will it means it will boomerang the same way the cartoon has depicted the president.
He will be trying to fix government elsewhere.
Yeah.
Yet the inner
He's-
sanctum is on fire,
on fire
burning
itself.
and falling
Absolutely.
through.
How do you have 107 companies, right, named and linked to cabinet secretaries?
Yeah.
It means someone is exposing the state.
And last week we had CS after CS after CS named.
Right.
yeah.
You're going to write statements. You're being summoned. It's not a good look, all right. And this is probably the picture Ndolo is trying to predict.
I'm conflicted with this particular cartoon because though I say it's effective, though I feel like it's a bit pessimistic.
I don't know if I'd call it pessimistic because I think this is the reality that we're living in right now.
Yes.
I think he's alerting us to some things that we're trying to ignore.
Yes.
Well, and
So
that
yes,
is part of that.
And
that
so
is
I
part
would
of
agree
their
with that pessimism,
Yeah.
but
Because
because
it's-
unnecessary pessimism. Can you have that? I don't know. So
I don't know whether you can have a necessary pessimism, but I feel like it's a very sad state of affairs. I find
is.
myself in a. I feel my. Maybe I'm emotional today.
Oh yeah, we can feel it.
Maybe I'm emotional today, but I feel
Yeah.
like my heart is being tugged and not in the right way. By
Yeah.
and
this
so is
story.
our cartoonist today calling out our dear president? Because he's saying that he has the opportunity, he has a bucket of water, he's just directing it
in the wrong place.
in the wrong place.
Okay, well, yes, then you could take that positively. However, I do feel like that bucket of water also implies the gravity of the situation. It's too small to quench this particular fire. The one
I know
he's
this one
in.
is smoking, that's
But
true.
the irony, the fire is bigger in his house, and he's putting off fire in another place
Yes.
with a smaller bucket.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I would say
I like this cartoon.
I like it as well, I do. And
like
Victor
it.
Ndula, he's one of my favorites, so
Yeah.
maybe we can compare
do
it.
not
Yes.
be a victim of cognitive tunneling.
All right. Maybe we can compare it to what else we have going on.
Okay, let's see. Final cartoon.
This one, parking bay.
Parking bay.
All
Although
right.
I do say it is effective.
Most definitely.
It is definitely effective.
Okay. What do we have from the standard?
Huduma number demystified. Is that your guttural reaction? Dear Gado,
Is this not a continuation of one that he had last week? I feel like it's the same woman. Do you remember he had this?
But I think it's Wanjiku. Isn't
Yes,
it
yeah,
Wanjiku?
it is. So this is a
Wanjiku.
continuation of a previous story he did.
So the card comes with a Eurobond app which has SGR speed. It is connected to the IBC biometric service and it will be fitted with an NYS IFMIS microchip.
Does the government
It's an ad.
Does the government think that Kenyans are this dumb? That you can throw all these fancy things at us and we'll just swallow it up? Because that's what I understand the cartoon
It's-
to be
it's-
suggesting.
You know what he's saying? You know what he's saying? He's putting all corruption scandals that have happened in the
In the
past.
card.
And then he's trying to.
In the card.
And Prof said yesterday, a trial at sarcasm, for you to try being sarcastic,
You need a bit of modicum
you
of
need a
cleverness.
modicum of intelligence, right? I think he's trying to be sarcastic here, but I think it falls flat on its face. Yeah.
The card
don't
comes
like
with
it.
Eurobond, SGR and all its drama.
SGR,
IBC and the biometric servers, remember those? And finally, NYS and the IFMIS.
I think it's lazy. Kwanza, this one, see, this one we just throw.
Okay, the dictator now.
Yep.
All right.
Borrowing from Prof
2M
yesterday.
has spoken. All right, so I guess
So
that
what
leaves
that
us now
leaves
with our
us
star.
only with a star. So do we say that this is our winning cartoon?
Yes, it's first here, second page.
Second page.
However, I think we're at a little bit of a differing position because you.
No, I agree that it's an effective one.
agrees.
It does meet. And originally, when I first saw it, before the emotions kicked in, I could see the humor.
Yes.
So I can agree. I can agree.
And I think it also qualifies our unspoken fourth criteria of lifting the veil of ignorance.
Absolutely.
Well, I guess it does. So
Yes.
that we do have a winning part 2.
Yeah.
And it is from the star.
The star. Victor.
Ndula. All right.
How do you get that
is it
from
Ndolo
there?
or Ndula?
Ndula.
Ndula.
Yes. All right. So we have a winning.
And there you have it. The star has our winning headline. Again, this is Winning Headlines. See you tomorrow.